What is going on, everybody? This is Jonathan Farrell. Just wanted to go over how to build out a membership system inside of GoHighLevel. That way, you guys can either post products. That way, you can create a community. I ended up creating a community over the course of this last couple weeks. It's called the Automated LO. It's specifically designed to help loan officers, and already have 68 people signed up. So I'm pretty proud of that. So anyway, I'm in the middle of making out another course right now. I just want to show you guys how to set that up, and so that way you guys can utilize that for your system. So first things first, you should navigate to the section. It should say memberships. Ours is titled this Academy piece right here. So if you're looking and comparing it to my system, look for the system or look for the section that says memberships. Okay, that is going to take you to this area, which is client portal, courses, communities, credentials, and then the marketplace. Okay, so first things first, need to determine what it is that you're looking at doing and how to customize that. So if you go to your client portal on your dashboard, you're going to see right here, you get a random client portal URL. You got some other different things right here. So first things that we want to do is we want to go ahead and go into the client portal and choose settings because we want to get our client portal set up. This is where the this is where everybody's going to be basically accessing the community. You can change the branding elements, the email settings, all of that. So first things first, we're going to go to domain setup. And as you can see right here, it has assigned a random subdomain. I would like to change this to match basically the brand. And so I'm going to go ahead and enter in um, the subdomain that I would like, and I'm going to hit update. Okay. Now, important to note, if you have a domain and you want to use a custom domain specifically for the client portal, you can go ahead and enter in the custom domain. So for instance, let me log into mine real quick and I'll just show you. Mine is courses.jonathanfarrell.com. Let me log out and let's go back here. So I created this custom domain for all of my different courses. This is what this looks like. This is what the this section is right here. So if you ever want to add a custom domain for your courses or your client portals, or anything else like that, need to add that here. You'll add your domain and connect it to your DNS server here. So that's how I got courses.jonathanfarrell.com/login. Okay, obviously I need to update this, but we'll do that on a different day. Okay. So next, when you want to go back to the settings tab right here, here's where you can change all of your branding. So you can add your portal name, the portal description, change your brand color, enter your favicon, your portal image, and your logo. So in this case, if I'm making one for Q-Acceleration courses, I'm going to call this Q-Cell Marketing Courses. I'm just going to call it Q-Cell Marketing because I only got 20 characters. And then I can go ahead and enter the description. So area for all QCell clients to access the course. Something along those lines, right? Again, change your color scheme, go through all these different things. I won't go through too much detail here, but this is going to update this section right here. So again, you want to update this section so that way it can match that. Now, the advanced section, you can add custom JavaScript and custom CSS as well. One thing of note, this only impacts the desktop section. This does not impact the mobile section. So if you wanted to update your mobile and you add a bunch of CSS, change your brand colors, all that other fun stuff, this only will impact the desktop section. Okay, so again, quick note. Okay, scroll all the way down, click save, and we're going to go back to client portal settings. Okay, permissions. So here is where you can go ahead and implement, okay, I want to add communities, courses, affiliates, billing, subscription, contracts, all the other fun stuff. And this is really cool. So if you'll notice here, so let me just get logged in to the system right here. So when I log in, I'm taken to the actual course section, or I'm sorry, the community section. So that is a setting that I went ahead and changed here. So I want it to go to my communities. However, if you want to go to courses, so for instance, I have a bunch of different learning modules right here. If I wanted them to go to courses instead, I can choose my course section, or I can go into the affiliate section right here and have it change it here. Okay, so again, I thought that was really cool. The home section, let's show you that real quick. It's pretty nice. So you'll see right here, this is kind of like a client portal. You can send documents to this section right here. So this is really cool. If you were let's say you're a tax preparer and you want to share a document with your client, you can create a client portal such as this that you can share documents with them and view all that documentation here. I'm going to show you one cool thing on the client portal section. Let's just do test client, click save. Okay, so do you see on the clients right here, there's a section that says documents. Let's say that I upload a document and I want to push that to the client portal. Let me just grab a quick document real quick. Go up here, let's do Joe. I'm uploading Joe. Joe's going in the system. Okay, so here's the document, right? So this is a client right here. I have this JPEG. If I click on this right here, oh, sorry, let me go. First, you see the client portal. So I can have them access the client portal once I make that right here. And I can then there's a setting when they're inside of the client portal where I can share the document with them. So you can actually add documents to the client card and then share it directly with the portal. That's going to show up right here for them to see. So again, it's really kind of cool if you're doing like anything along the shared file section, you can actually push that to your client portal. There. You can add it to your course, you can add it to your affiliate section, all this other kind of stuff. And so that way, when you go into the actual course, it will have a chat widget where your clients can communicate back and forth with you. Really cool if you wanted to connect an AI piece to this, so that way you can go ahead and implement that inside of your actual client portal. So again, I wanted to show you that, but that was really cool. Email settings, you can of course do like invoice, estimate, contract created, communities, you can add all your different email settings, certificates, there's some cool stuff with that, and then courses. So I always do like default template, you could build your own course template and put that in here, but again, just wanted to show you what that specifically looks like and where you go to edit that. Okay. All right, going to courses. So we covered client portal. We covered the settings. You can view all your stuff right here. You can see here's my client portal app. I'm going to go to courses now. So if you plan on building out a course, you are going to build it first inside of the product section. Okay. And so the product section is going to be where you actually go and build out the existing courses. Now I have an existing course that is built in this account, so it's going to show that, but typically it's going to look blank. And what you guys will do is you can click on the create product and start from scratch, or you can import from Kajabi. Okay, so for instance, if I wanted to start one from scratch, I'll go ahead and do that. You'll see I'm building one right now. This is our CRM quick wins section. So when you click create product and you can do start from scratch, you could do a sprint course, a membership section, a marathon course, or build your own. I like to build my own. I always build everything kind of on my own, but there's some cool different stuff that you guys can do. I'm going to go actually back into this existing product, and I'm going to go ahead first to the edit details section. Okay, so that's going to take you here. Now you'll see I have a product thumbnail. So when you guys saw the image, this is where you guys go to edit the title and the description. Okay, so if you ever need to go in here and edit this, you can also go into customization, add, who's your instructor. So Jonathan Farrell, add your logo. I got to change this. This is the old image, and then go into the advanced section. Again, this only impacts the desktop version, does not impact mobile at all, but just to kind of show you where to go to make those different edits and everything else too. Okay, when I go back to outline, okay, so this is where we build our product structure. Now you see I got a bunch of different published content right here. So for instance, I first built out a category. This section right here is a category, and then you build the lessons on top of that. So you'll see inside of each category is a specific lesson. Okay, now in addition, I didn't do so in this particular section here, but you can also add assessments. This is really cool. This is actually tests. So if I wanted to build a quiz, and let's just say I wanted to enter a specific type of quiz to build, I can build that and I could label it right underneath each section. So again, all right, you just watched my video, answer these questions, right? Okay, you just watch this, answer these questions. So again, it's really cool to keep your viewership engaged, to make sure that they're going through, that they're completing those. And then you can also assign them a certificate once they complete a specific section here. So again, once you go to this section, you can click add credentials, or I'm sorry, certificates. There's a way to add specific certificates into the system as well. Okay. One other thing of note, you'll see that each of these is published, right? So one of the questions that I got asked is, let's say I'm building a course and I have day one, and then the next day I want it to unlock, and then the next day I want it to unlock. You can actually do that specifically in the course section. So for instance, let's say this is my day one content, and I want day two to be uploaded right here. You'll see that I can lock this content, and I want the first section to be completed. So again, post number one needs to be completed underneath this section here. I'm actually just going to do this particular post. I'm going to click save. So you'll see now that they actually have to do post number one in order to unlock number two. Okay, so again, just some cool stuff when it comes down to the system where you can actually update, like, hey, I want this to be locked until there's a specific section. There is some different changes here. You see this drip mode. So again, if I wanted it to be, hey, drip 7 days, and then now my next 7 days unlock the next module, you can actually drip them out. And let's just say I want to drip that for 7 days out. I can go ahead and enter that here. This is really cool. You can actually do a specific content date too. So again, like, hey, this course is launching on the 25th, you get access to the course that doesn't unlock to the 25th. So again, some really cool different things that are here. Okay. Um, Once we get into this section, so once I click on this, you'll see that it opens up the category. You can see I can enter all the different description. I can edit the course thumbnail. I can change all the category root. So for instance, if I want this underneath a different section here, I could do that. I can add all my different content pieces. And then when I'm ready to edit those content pieces, I can click on this edit button, which will actually open up the actual system to edit them. So again, a nice little section right here. I can add my video thumbnail. But this is going to be a video course. I ended up uploading a bunch of different content, and it's going to be available for different people to use. So again, dashboard overview for beginners. But the one thing that I also thought was really cool, so I'm going to delete this video real quick. If your video is on YouTube and you wanted to edit or you want to use that existing YouTube video, you can actually, Jesus, it's taking a long time. You can actually post your YouTube link right here, upload video, and link it, and then post your YouTube link, and then that will go ahead and actually post it right here. So again, it's pretty cool to take a look at that and import from the URL instead of actually doing like an actual upload. So again, some different cool things that you guys can do within the video section. You can draft it, and then the one thing that I would say is, let's refresh. It's going to delete my video. I'm going to have to re-upload that, but that's okay. On your thumbnails. So it doesn't save the thumbnail unless you click the save button. So if I were to replace this thumbnail with a different picture, just, tips of the trade, click draft and then click publish and then hit the save button, because that will actually save your thumbnail. Okay, it's a little bit weird. So if you have like post content that's published and you need to, upload a new thumbnail or something like that, just hit draft first and then publish and then save, and then that will add the thumbnail. Otherwise, it'll exit you out without saving it. So little nuance to the system, but just wanted to show that. Okay. Files. So some of this stuff, so I'm working with a guy who's doing a bunch of PDFs and like has guidebooks, building out his course. You can actually attach files here and add those to the section. And then once you hit the save button, those will all be in here. So one of the things of note, so I'm not going to show, I'll preview this real quick just to show you. So this is a published course. You can see right here that this is what it's going to look like once it decides to load. And so you'll notice too that like this doesn't necessarily match like brand scheme yet. So again, like we're doing red, this button's blue. This section's got some stuff that needs to be updated here. So, you kind of give an idea of like this needs to be updated first, right? And then this text is white. So when you go into the customize button, okay, so we're gonna hit customize, and I'm actually just gonna hit customize, and you'll see right here that we can individually highlight these sections. So again, we got text editor. Let's go ahead and change this to black. I got that already uploaded. You know, we got this section right here. Need to change this to, let's go to black right there for my bio. And then I can go ahead and enter a color scheme right there. So I got that right there. So I could basically change all this stuff. You know, this section right here, lesson title color black. So you know, again, you can kind of change this. You can see I still got some work to do on this. On this header section, you'll click the header button. You could change your color scheme specifically for this button. If I click on this, click on appearance, I can upload an image, I can add an overlay, and I can change this to match the red, right? So again, there's some different stuff that you guys can do. You customize this. Again, this only really applies towards the desktop version. It does not it does not impact mobile at all. Mobile, you have to download the GoCollab app, and the GoCollab app is going to have the GoCollab branding and all that other stuff, unless you decide that you want to go ahead and get your own app. So again, take a look at it all. You can see icons. I want to make that, you know, black button. We'll do, you know, white base. So again, just make sure that you go in and customize this specifically. Let's look at the search bar, icon color. There we go. Base color black, border color. There you go. Kind of give it a little bit more of a pop. So again, placeholder text, here we go. So you can you can see how you can kind of click and customize a bunch of different stuff from it. Okay. So again, that's kind of like the course section. This video is getting a little bit long, but I'll go into the next section. So on this section here, so we have offers, right? So you need to build a product offer in order to get this out. So when you click offer, you'll see that this is my product. I have my product right here, and then I have my title. So again, if I want to post this where everybody can get access to this, I need to build a product offer. So CRM Quick Start right here, you can click create. And now I have a product offer. I then need to build an automation to grant course access. Okay, so again, there's some different stuff that you need to do to like officially get this live, but when it comes down to it, you know, you can go ahead and publish it and get it live. So you'll see in my community, let's go back here real quick, and let's go to the automated LO. I have a couple different things. So I'm going to go into my learning section. I have add course, right? So I have step one, step two. I did put this as a published product. Now, if you click into this, you'll see that I said coming soon because I'm actually in the process of building this. There's 0 lessons, but if I were to go into my course editor, I have them all in draft, okay? Because again, I want to show, hey, my community, I got some stuff that's coming. So again, I published a course, and then I gave everybody access to it. And then once this officially goes live, then I'll go ahead and push it out. But you know, you can kind of see like, hey, we got some different viewership. We got some people who are posting in here. So again, pretty cool to be able to build a community, build your leaderboard. There's some other cool stuff that's in here as well. I'm going to kind of go into this as like flesh this out a little bit, but up to 69 members, I'll take it within the first week, and that's with that's literally just organic people who are coming into the system. So again, really cool to take a look at that to see what's going on with the system, and make sure that you guys go in here, you get this built out. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Would love to help, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.